I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find some inspiration somewhere that can lead them to a victory.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4 quarterback from Western Kentucky by way of South Florida. It's Mike White.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards on the pickup.
The play fake, now White. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now White, throw left side, complete. That's Morgan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Panther first down. On 1st and 10, White. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
White now to throw on 3rd down. Got an open man, it's Aikman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. So they go from 142-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Let's take a glance now at the starting defense for Seattle. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Let's go.
From the 39, White. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. On first down, Dawkins. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's on the bounds at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Hilliard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Dontrell Hilliard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. They'll be led out by Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in April's draft, and also the Heisman Trophy winner out of Oklahoma.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's the rookie with the catch, A.J. Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Murray. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Murray. He's got Lewis. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
4 down.
Here's Justin Jackson, 2nd-year man out of Northwestern. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
30 base.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
Give them 9 there on the first down completion. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that one will be accepted. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dawkins. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Get it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Scott. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now White. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Here you go.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. White. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That's trash.
On 3rd down, White. And he completes it to Hunt. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Alert.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 10 3-yard score after 1 here on EA Sports. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st down, Seahawks.
They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 39, Murray steps away. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Let's go.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
Hey. 4 down.
Murray now on first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion. Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it.
Now a hit and a loose football.
We got this.
On the set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw, White. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. 46-yard line.
On the draw, this is Lewis. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Murray now gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And the Seahawks first down.
He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Johnson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
From the 16, Murray. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
False start, offense.
Stand up in.
Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
False start, offense.
Not what you wanted there, 3rd and 2.
And this is something you've worked on in practice from the time you were in training camp, yet you still create your own mistakes.
Murray now to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. As this offense trots back out there, we take a closer look at Mike White. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Hilliard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's White. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A pass complete here to Aitman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. White looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's White. Going to throw again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, here's White. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 84, incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Murray. Complete. This is Lewis.
Murray's pass.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. It's the Chiefs out to an early lead over the Broncos. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Seattle.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. It's hauled in by Shepard. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Murray going to throw, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. On the move to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 15-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
2 yards on the play. First down, Seattle.
Now Lewis here on first down. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Murray out to his left. He'll run it. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. They'll run it with Johnson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the
First down.
conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now a toss play to Lewis. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Dion Lewis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here.
Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let it go.
From the gun, Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
17. Panthers 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Rip left. Big rip.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Exit. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. White throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7.
58.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. White. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
Your trip is here.
A 2-yard gain.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play, because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They try again with Lewis. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Made at the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Hey,
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That's it, baby.
Now White on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Keep getting sacks.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. White. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Push him back.
On 1st down, it's White. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw is White. To throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. White, now they go screen, it's complete. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Scott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Come on, set. Send over.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Hilliard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Kick the oar.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Ready?
On 2nd and 11 now. White. Throw left side complete. That's Morgan. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now White. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Go, Jack.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got Lewis. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. A draw play here. Lewis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Jackson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there, but now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And that's complete to Lewis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run again with Jackson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Tighten up.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now White. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. White throwing again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Out of the gun, it's White. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Let's go.
A gain of 32 that time. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Scott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. White now. From the gun, he'll throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
That play was well covered, just trying to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama, Mack Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a 1-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
On second down now, it's Jackson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Brian Anger now, standing just outside his own goal line. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. As this offense trots back out there, we take a closer look at Mike White. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, White. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw, White, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Seahawks, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the rough season continues as they plunge to 1-13. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.